Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another off the rip episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. Let me pour you a glass here. So, all my returning viewers, you know how we do. We do it goofy sometimes, but here we are, off the rip episode. The Shieldaig. Sorry, I don't know if that's the proper way of saying it, but that's how I believe it would be said. Single malt Scotch whiskey, Islay, finest old. Let me get you real close. William Maxwell and Co. Limited. I don't know what all those numbers in the back end mean. 40% alcohol by volume. The Loch of the Herring. The fishermen, traders, and travelers who have inhabited Shieldaig and the Loch of Herring over the centuries have roughly considered themselves to be lucky in life. A taste of this good fortune can still be enjoyed today with every measure of Shieldaig fine Scotch whiskey. So they're claiming it to be very fine. No, sorry, just fine. Okay, we don't need all that down there. Imported by Silver Lake Imports, Miami, Florida. We've been seeing a lot of labels that say they're being imported through Silver Lake, Miami, Florida, and a lot of them seem to be lower shelves or lesser named bottlings. But let's go ahead and get it cracked, shall we? Oh no, it was run by fruiting. I guess that'll be today's movie pop trivia. Oh no, what was that? Never mind. Moving on. Cork pop. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's got an authentic real corking. It's gonna pour on. Yeah. Oh. I do at times feel a little bit nervous about this glass because it's a one of a kind. It was a proofer. It was a proof. And I know it's wonky. Look at it, it's wonky. It's got character. It's got character. So one. Ooh. You know what I got? Ooh, right off the bat, on that very first sniffer. Ooh. This was, I do believe, like a $22, $23 bottle. So, not too shabby, eh? Oh, yes. It's very light. It's probably the lightest Islay. It's probably the lightest Islay I think I've ever nosed. I don't think it's peaty. It's got some earthiness, like some earthy undertones that may be lightly peated. I don't know. I know nothing about this labeling, about this bottling. This is a not so local Total Wine and Spirits, Total Wine and More Distillers Direct, right? Yeah, okay. So it's like their exclusive sort of thing. I don't believe that Total Wine is actually making this, or maybe they acquired the people who make it. I'm not sure. Here's the beautiful thing about some of my videos is that I'm experiencing things for the first time, just as you might be with this bottling. Everything we just saw and we just read was the first time I've read it. So when I see it and I think, okay, I've never seen it before. It's an Islay. It's, where is it? 40% alcohol by volume. Then I look at the price point and I say, okay, let's do it. I'm adventurous. I like to try new things, especially when it comes to Scotch. You had me at single malt and Islay. Let's go ahead and get it on the palate. Okay. First, it's warm, loose, kind of mellow, a little bit rich. So Mr. Randy does a 3-part series when he does his reviews. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you because that's how we do, baby. Part 2, full review time. We're going to drink it down halfway. I'm going to put the cork back on it, put it back on the shelf, let it sit for a week and a half, 2 weeks. We're on a schedule. While it sits, I'm going to go online, try and find out as much information as possible I'm going to come back. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to score it. We're going to continue to drink it because part 3, final pour episode, thusly named. We're going to have that final pour, compare it to this first pour off the rip, and everything in between. So, Shieldaig has several expressions. I think Total Wine only has 3, maybe 4 total. Like I said, I did not look into anything further than what's available. Those are kind of the few things that, first of all, we got to be in the Scotch section, right? Second of all, single malt, right? You see the single malt? That's where we go. That's number 2. Number 3, Islay. Then there's that part. That part can come in. I mean, at least we're getting 40. We could hope for at least 43. Be astounded by 46 and be slapped across the face with a 48 once in a while. But hey, we take what we can get. Roll with the punches. It's got a nice, easy nose. Nice, easy nose. The palating. Let's go ahead and get that second one and see if it still rings true. We'll say, what, not too bad? Not too shabby? I think this glass needs to be cleaned. I know I got my greasy mitts all over it. Why are my hands greasy? I have no idea. Don't ask. Could be anything that happens within a day. It's got a nice looking color to it. That camera definitely does not do that any justice. It looks a whole lot better with these old 2 eyes. Older. We'll just say older. So on the palate, you are getting a very nice Islay, but it's very light. Some would say it's probably more of a proof down, even though, yeah, it's a 40%, but don't. There are plenty of 40%ers out there that hit harder than 40, 43. We've had a couple of those. Shieldaig, single malt, Islay. Fisherman's delight, is that what we're saying this is? The luck of the herring. The fishermen, traders, and travelers who have inhabited Shieldaig, Loch of Herring, as the centuries have rightly considered themselves too lucky in life. Yeah, of course they have. A taste of this good fortune can still be enjoyed today with a remeasured. Okay. So it's very easy. It's very easy. If you say, for instance, if you've had an Islay, heavily peated, heavily smoked, it rubs you the wrong way, try something lighter, something like this. If an Ardbeg is too expensive and you've never got a foothold into a peated or an Islay, try this. Like I said, $22, $23, but like I said before, you have to get this from your Total Wine. Now Total Wine and more. I find that Total Wine has more exclusive Scotch and imported libations of sort than, say, Specs. But Specs does have more available quantities of things like Ardbeg, or what's the other one they have quite a few of? They have Glenlivet's. Oh, they have a plethora of Scotch. There is some very mellow creaminess going on the sides of the mouth and the tongue that just doesn't seem to, I don't know, it's just like being quiet over there. Let's go ahead and get this, let's go and do this finish and we'll wrap it up. This was a spur of the moment selection. I'm like, yeah, we love Scotch, but we also love interesting. Yes. But if it's a single malt and it's an Islay, it's a no-brainer. So it's very light on the finish. kind of balanced. Yeah. It's very interesting. This one has intrigued me. At first, you had my attention. I got lost in a thought there for a moment. For roughly about a $25 bottle, this is very easy, very mellow, very easy to drink, very easy going. You get everything that a lot of us experienced seasoned Scotch drinkers, especially when it comes to peat and smoke and Islay. This is like toned down a few notches. So if you've ever find that you experience one of those whiskeys, one of those peated, smoky Islas, I'm like, man, that's just too much. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at it. What the heck? Yeah, Shieldaig. We'll come back for the full review, and I promise I will at least be able to know whether or not I'm pronouncing that correctly. We're diving into this blind. I find that's more appealing, and I find that it brings more to the experience. So when I do go online and I do all the research for this, I'm going to be like, wow, I had it right, or man, I had it all wrong, or good to know kind of thing, you know? So if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. I don't know if I plugged that in earlier. Give a thumbs up if you liked the video. In the comment section, love to talk to you about the Shieldaig. Am I saying it right? Well, by the time you watch this, I'll probably already be doing the full review. But there it is. I'd like to know where you're at. What are you drinking? What do you think about this? And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Good, yeah.